What's up, people? Listen, I took a nap. And now I'm up. And our spirit said, see what's happening with this full moon in Cancer that's coming up on the 6th. And so it is. I hope that you all are well. If you're not well, I hope that something is said here that leaves you well. So just hang in there, because I can tell you right now, this is about to be a dynamic message. I've already pulled the tarot. I'm going to be clarifying with 2 oracle decks. And so if you checked out the last video that I did, New Year, New Discoveries, that very first Soul Food Sundays video of the year, I shared with you the numerology of the year, which this is the universal year 7. Y'all, why 3 of the cards that have come out in the tarot are number 7 cards? Just saw 111 on the timer. When I tell you the new beginnings that we are experiencing, which is what 111 means, that 111 equals to a 3, which is all about alignment. We are looking at it like, damn, this is ending, this relationship is ending, this job is ending, this idea is not working out or coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? And they're actually beginnings. It's actually divine intervention to get us more in alignment with our divine purpose. Y'all, when I saw them 2 cards come out and that both of them are 7 energies, flip the deck over and the card on the bottom is a number 7, and then the card on the top is 6. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We definitely are going to get into it so that we are all better prepared and have a better understanding of what this new moon, full moon in Cancer energy is bringing in for us. So listen, full moons are all about releasing. It's a great time, as you've probably heard me say if you've been following along with the channel, that it's a great time for you to release. And I know I personally do that by doing a release ritual, creating a release list, whatever it is that I'm needing to release specifically. I write that down. I put a petition, and I go outside, or sometimes I do it inside, but I burn it. And that is very representative of energetically releasing whatever that energy is, releasing it to the moon, releasing it to the spirit realm to help you to release it in the physical. And so that's one of the practices that I do. If that's not your thing, I also take a release bath, where I use certain herbs and salts. You definitely want to use salts, bath salts, or Epsom salt, sea salt, any natural salt, to create a release bath for yourself and set your intentions, and to wipe down. Because when you wipe up, that is for attracting things. But when you wipe down, away from the body, you are releasing it. You are clearing and cleaning and releasing. And so that's another form of release. But you want to do you want to use this energy to do your own form of some sort of a release. We all got something we need to let go of. We all got a habit, a person, a thing, a roadblock of some kind we need to get rid of, which reminds me, I have an option on my website where you all can purchase a customized roll opener candle, where I do a 1-card pull to see what might be in your blind spot. And it's an anointed candle that you can burn in prayer or in your ritual, or however you commune with the Most High and manifest to help open open roads for you and clear blockages. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, y'all, but against spirits and principalities. So just wanted to plug that while we're talking about opening roads and clearing paths. But yeah, full moon in Cancer. So we're talking about releasing, and Cancer is a water sign. So then we're talking about emotion, and we're talking about spiritual gifts and intuition. And so don't be surprised if some of what you experience as a result of this full moon in Cancer energy is relative to releasing some emotions that have been stagnant or deep within, especially if you are intent on doing shadow work. That's going to be amplified with a full moon in Cancer. Cancer is a very maternal sign, so that would be a good time to release and do some womb work, clearing your womb. Even if you're a man, doing some womb work, because you all hold energy in your, I believe it's the what's it called, pancreas. And you want to focus on do some research on doing that work. Your yoni steams, for guys is steaming your testicles. But yeah, you want to be intentional. Like I said, it's a maternal sign, so it may be some issues around your relationship with your mom that come up and need to be addressed and released once and for all. It may be some things about you being a mom or not being able to be a mom, or it's just that type of energy. So those are some of the themes that may come up as a result of this being a full moon in Cancer. Don't say I ain't tell you. But the cards that came out are the Seven of Pentacles, a waiting period, a period of, okay, I've sown these seeds, but where's my harvest? Or taking time to assess to see, do you even like the harvest after you have sown the seed? Like, wait a minute, I might need to rethink this thing. So there's that energy of, like, it, with it being a 7, the divine saying, hey, I want you to take a minute to reassess this thing. It might be what you invested in. You need to rethink what you invested your time, your energy, your money into. You need to rethink what you place such high value on. Or for some of us, we've made the investment, we've done the work, we've created this pile, and now it's time for us to sit back and wait on that harvest to come. Just chill. And then the next one, the 7 of Cups. So you got your Pentacles energy, your Earth energy, and then you got your water energy with the Cups. Meaning you definitely wanted to focus on balance. You don't want to be too emotional and not grounded enough. And you don't want to be too grounded and not emotional and spiritual enough. You want to balance practicality and spirituality, as the card in the Moonology deck says. I need to see, what moon is that one? I think that one's Libra. But it's kind of like a Libra energy. Like, you wanted to make sure that you are achieving balance and balancing the scales in your life where there may be imbalance. But with this 7 of Cups, you tapping into, okay, these are my options. These are the things being presented to me. What's real and what's an illusion? And that's going to be a big ass energy for this universal year 7, because a lot of people are going to come to realize that a lot of what has been presented to them on the world scale is an illusion. And then you have to go through that process of forgiving yourself and all the people who played a part in the lie for years, for generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dark night of the soul. You know what I'm saying? But there does come a time And some of you may be at it with these 2-7 energies, where you're needing to pause, reassess, and really take some time to see, okay, I thought this was a prize, but now that I think about it, that really has no value to me. I really don't care about that like I used to. Or I used to, I've never saw the value of this thing that's being offered to me or available to me the way I see the value in it now. But you're wanting to see through the illusion. You're wanting to see what's in those cups in the gray cloud. And you're wanting to think it through. You're wanting to use your intuition to be able to pick and assess, although there is some illusion being presented to you. Because at the top of the deck, we got the Lovers. That's that 6 card I was telling you about. We just came out of a universal 6 year, which was very symbolic of the energy of the Lovers having to choose between vice and virtue. A lot of what we experienced last year was centered around relationship. And so we're coming from that energy and moving into what? The energy that I discussed with you in the last Soul Food Sundays, New Year, New Discoveries, because the Chariot, we're in that Chariot energy, and this full moon is helping us to release some things so that we can really align with that Chariot energy in our life. One thing about the Chariot, he's actually not moving, but he's ready to. So the pause that you're experiencing, the period of reflection that you're experiencing, the divine intervention that has caused you to sit your ass down and think some things through, is actually helping you to get better in alignment, but also strengthening your will to move forward towards victory. The Chariot represents moving towards victory, but having to be in alignment and have that strong will and desire to move toward victory. You know, you got to be focused when you're trying to win. You got to be focused when winning is the goal. You got to pull your light, represented by this white sphinx, and your dark, represented by this dark sphinx. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to make sure that they're working together and not going in opposite directions and pulling you in opposite directions, and you're being distracted and deterred and allowing fear to keep you stagnant and still, or even moving in reverse. Everything got to be in alignment before you can press go. So you literally sitting already and waiting on go with the Chariot. There's movement taking place, but it's more of an internal movement so that you can get ready for outward movement. As within, so without. So we are going to, and underneath that, the Ace of Wands, that new energy that is behind you. The Wands is all about energy, divine energy, creative energy. When you're talking about sex in a reader, we talking about big, big energy with the Ace of Wands. And that is what you're moving forward with after this period of reassessing, pausing, waiting, looking through to see, where is this bullshit and where have I struck gold? You know what I'm saying? What have I been valuing all this time that no longer serves me? Where have I lost out with my stinking thinking? It's kind of like that, even like that that scripture, when I was a child, I thought like a child, I spoke like a child, but now that I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? It's like a point of maturity is what that is. So we're wanting to be mindful of that and not be so busy and resisting the pause, the break, the sit down, that God is trying to give us, because it is for a purpose. It's for a divine purpose. I can't help but to tell you what's at the bottom of this deck. Now that we have tapped into the Chariot and tapped into the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. That's the only way you're about to get to what it is that you desire. Is to take this pause, this break, to slow down a little bit, so that you can reassess. Because at the end of the day, both of those 7 cards represent reassessing, looking over some things, taking some time to think. Dude standing here with his head on this stick, you could even call that a wand. And it's stationary, so he ain't moving and he ain't using it and he ain't trying to create nothing. He's just looking at and assessing this pile like, okay, I've been saving this money, but is this enough? Was saving money what I needed to be doing, or should I have been doing something else? Because as you can see, he got one that has fallen from the pile. So it's not like things are perfect. Or you've done enough work. You will know. Follow your intuition. You will know. When you look through those cups, you will know whether you've done enough, you've put enough work in order to wait, trust God, and reap the benefits. Or if you need to go another route or do something different. Or if you need to do more. You'll know. Your intuition will tell you. And at the bottom of the deck, we got none other than the queen of intuition herself, the high priestess. Because you're tapping into your gifts. You're diving deeper into the esoteric. Your divine purpose is unfolding. That third eye is activated. You're understanding what lies beyond the veil. You have elevated into a higher level of high priestesshood. So, that being said, y'all, we are going to, actually first I'm going to clarify with the power of surrender. Because like I said, the full moon energy is a great time to release. Surrendering is all about releasing. And so, you may want to take what is revealed here and put it on your release list. A lot of times I use this deck when I am creating my, what's in my hair? When I'm creating my release list, as well as some other things that I intuitively know I'm needing to release or that have been coming up for me. So you may want to use this as a tool, but Spirit, please clarify this reading, helping the collective understand what it is that we are needing to release using the energy of this full moon in Cancer on January 6th. What would you have us to release? Surrender to silence. I want to point out just our 1818 on account of that may be symbolic to someone or an angel number. You may want to look into that, maybe a message for you. But that's all we've been talking about. Chill. Take time to fall back, reassess, get quiet. Listen to the voice within with this high priestess energy. Because it says, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Things are going to pick up and get busy. And you want to make sure that you have taken time out to renew and revive and rejuvenate yourself before you do. If you keep moving and grooving, by the time things on the world stage, things in your personal life really get busy and require more of you, you'll actually be exhausted and not able to fully show up for it. And so this serves as due warning to take advantage of the energy now. You know, with it being the calendar new year, people want to hit the ground running and damn near trying to achieve their goals before the end of January. They're trying to achieve. Don't y'all do that. Don't do that to yourself. That is not self-love. That is not self-care. To put that kind of pressure on yourself, especially if the goal is one that is naturally going to take you the rest of the year. Now, like I explained in the other Soul Food Sundays video, this is not what we just experienced is not the new year for me. My birthday is the first day of spring, March 21st, which is the astrological new year. So personally and astrologically, my birthday is the new year. So for me, the worldly new year, the Gregorian calendar's new year, is more of a checkpoint for me. And I still celebrate it in my own way, because that time allows me to do exactly what this energy is saying. All right, it's time to get still, get quiet, buckle down, hibernate, reassess some things. What is an illusion? What's not an illusion? What do you now value after having gone through almost a full cycle of experience and growth? And what do you no longer value? You know what I'm saying? Like, so surrender to silence, prioritize meditation, take some time to contemplate what's going on in your life, what's working for you, what's not working for you, who's supporting you, who's not supporting you, what's conducive to your highest good and what's not conducive to your highest good. If you need some help with that, feel free to book a reading with me. I love to work with you to help you pinpoint some of those things or work through it. And at the top of the deck, we have surrender to the magic of who you are. Big High Priestess energy. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. That is something that I have truly had to accept, especially in the coming months of me studying African traditional religions and hoodoo and voodoo and lukumi and Santeria and Candomblé, and it's such a huge umbrella and a wealth of knowledge of things that my ancestors practiced that resonate with me, and I've really been able to tap into my own magic and the magic of who I am. As you can see here, this woman, she's sitting in a field of, I don't know what kind of flower that is, but she's sitting there, and the way her posture is, it's almost like she's giving reverence to the earth, the flowers of the earth. And then you can barely see it, but behind her right here, just like in the Soul Food Sundays, a unicorn. Celebrate your uniqueness. God created you to be you just as you are for a reason. And the more you take time out to assess, to reflect, you tap more into who you are. Shout out to everybody who showed up for last night's Project Butterfly Houston Knowledge of Self session. We do it not every Tuesday. We used to do it every Tuesday, but I think it's like every other Tuesday, and I facilitate every first Tuesday of the month. It's free, and this year we're focused on my motto for Turquoise Majesty: to thine own self be true. And in order to be true to thyself, in order to surrender to the magic of who you are, you need to know who you are. You need to have knowledge of self, and there's so many things that fall under that umbrella. So last night we tapped into self-awareness. So at the bottom of the deck, you ain't gonna have no peace till you surrender them illusions, till you take that time out, until you slow down. Even if you can't completely stop, especially for an extended period of time, or you feel like you can't, slow down and surrender to inner peace, because that is what's going to come of you surrendering to silence and surrendering to the magic of who you are. It says cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. What this reading is telling me is that as a collective, a lot of us are running on fumes. We are literally running on fumes, and we are needing to re-up on our energy. We're needing to get those massages. We're needing to take those naps. I am a proud member of the nap ministry. I'm not only the client, I I'm the NAP ministry president. Do you hear me? In the words of Biggie Smalls, honey, I'm not only a player, I'm the player president, or whatever he said, child, something like that. I'm one of them. Because I'm a strong advocate for that rest. I'm a strong advocate for listening to my body and going, cut, I need a break. I'm a strong advocate for sending that text response, girl, I ain't gonna make it. I'm a strong advocate for, I ain't able to talk right now, I'll give you a call when I am or when I want to. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. People are out here living life too. So they should understand when you are not available. So this is a big message of self-care for you guys. I really don't feel like we need to pull from the cosmic reading cards like I had planned to, but you know what? I ain't gonna jip y'all, and the spirit is telling me to go ahead and do it. So guess what? That's what we're gonna do. Big 7 energy going on. If you all are not familiar with your personal year, you definitely want to get with me. Book a reading, or you can email me and we'll set it up. But you definitely want to tap into what this being a universal 7 year has to do with your whatever your personal year is. So like for me right now, I'm in my personal year 4, and understanding the numerology of 4 is really helping me to understand some things just in this 4th day of the year. What the theme is for me, and that's laying the foundation, not only for Turquoise Majesty, but also just for myself. Stability, security, balance, so creativity. So let's see here what the cosmic reading cards have to add to what we've already discovered in this reading. Spirit, what message do you have for your people as it relates to this full moon in Cancer? And I think it's a wolf moon. Strength. Big wolf energy. Even though that's a tiger on the card. So we got number 26, Sacred Journey. Number 30, Strength. Number 31, Surrender. And number 16, Hope. And that is so important. Shout out to my brother Mon. Every time I see 316, I am reminded of his love, his light, and his protection for me on the other side. And I'm also reminded of the scripture John 3:16, which I call Mon 3:16, because we're needing to have hope. We're needing to know that even though we're being still and not putting our physical muscle behind our goals, that we've done enough, that we are enough, that we're worthy, that our ancestors got our back, that our spirit guides have our back. We're needed to surrender and know that we've done enough. And if we haven't done enough, we need to surrender that laziness and plan out what it is that we need to do, because we still in Capricorn season. And Capricorn is the CEO of the zodiac. And that's a good time to plan and strategize your goals. But you don't plan and strategize while you're working on the assembly line. You take time out to grab your resources, your pen, your paper, your computer, or whatever. But you bag up, you slow down, and you use more of your mind and your intuition than you do your hand and your muscle and your tools. You know what I'm saying? You use your inner strength, here represented by the strength card number 30, to get in alignment where you may not be. You use your inner strength to surrender, because, and this is a progression, you got surrender number 30, and strength number 30 and surrender number 31. 30 into 31, that's a progression, that's a moving forward, because that would be progress for a lot of us, to sit still and have the strength to surrender instead of thinking that it's up to us to do it all. Leave some room for God to amaze you. Leave some room for miracles to take place on your sacred journey. represented by the number 26, which breaks down to an 8, because that's all about abundance. And y'all, I'm about to fall out this motherfucking chair. But before I do, I'm gonna tell you what's at the top of the deck, and then we're gonna build up to what's at the bottom of the deck. Number 4, believe. Believe. Believe that you are enough. Believe that you have enough. Believe that God and your ancestors and spirit guides are going to lead you the rest of the way. Believe that what it is that you have in your mind that you want to bring into fruition can be so. But it starts internally, like with that chariot card. It starts when you're still. And believing is what gets you in alignment, stable, grounded. When you believe, that gives you a sense of stability and hope. Represented by the number 16, that breaks down to a 7. And then here we are with another 7. Celestial teacher. Don't y'all underestimate the stars. Don't underestimate your star family. Tap into your birth charts, your astrological charts, and that's part of knowing yourself. That's part of the journey of knowing yourself, knowing your birth chart placements, knowing what they mean, knowing how that contributes to how your journey is to unfold. And when you reach a certain level of ascension on your spiritual journey, you come to understand that you embody all the characteristics of the signs in some shape, form, or fashion. But you are learning lessons that are being taught to you by the celestial teacher. So y'all, all them 7s got me feeling real lucky right now. I hope that this message found you all well. If it does not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. Don't forget to like the video, share it with someone should you feel that they would resonate. Feel free to comment. I love talking to y'all in the comments. Or even more personally, book a reading if you're needing some insight or some assistance. I also have incense blends and candles and things of that nature on my website. And we almost at 100 followers. Y'all, I've been doing this for I think over 3 years, and I have not made a big deal over the number of followers, but I kind of want more now. So I'm gonna need y'all to do y'all due diligence, tell your people about the channel, so that we can push the message out there to the masses, for one thing, and then just show your girls some love. So I'm thinking we don't need but one more subscriber will get us to 100. And once we get to 100, I'm going to figure out some kind of way to celebrate. I don't know if it's going to be a giveaway or if it's going to be a discount, a special reading. We're going to figure something out. But with that being said, y'all, until we get together again, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we are absent one from another. Peace.